Hello students. In this lecture for today, we are going to study about the digestive system of pigeon. As we know, pigeon is a bird. And let's try to understand the digestive system of bird. Something first of all about what it feeds on. Since it feeds on grains, we use the term graminivorous. Like you say, different types of grams and pulses. So from that term, we use the word graminivorous. It feeds on grains. Okay. Let's try to draw a diagram of pigeon. So this is the beak. A short pharynx and an esophagus. In the esophagus dilates substantially to give rise to a bag-like structure called the crop. Now is a part which is highly muscular called as the stomach. Stomach has got two parts, this muscular part which we call as proventriculus and a highly muscular structure which we call as gizzard. From this emerges the duodenum, and this coils several times to form ileum, which I am just showing in a diagrammatic fashion in this way. This becomes a little bigger to give rise to the rectum. This gives rise to the cloaca, that is the cloacal opening. So this was the mouth and beak, short pharynx, esophagus, and part of the esophagus, the last part of the esophagus is dilated into crop. We came across this word crop even in cockroach. This is the first part of stomach which we call as proventriculus. This is the second part of the stomach which we call as ventriculus. This is the duodenum. This is the ileum. This is rectal caeca. If it is singular, it is rectal cecum, but I am referring it to both this and this, therefore rectal caeca. This is the rectum. And this is a cloacal chamber, common chamber. cloacal chamber. In this duodenum now, it will receive bile duct. There is one bile duct here and another bile duct over here. So it will receive two bile ducts. In human beings we have only one bile duct. In pigeon there are two bile ducts. And here there are many glands everywhere around here. Which glands are these? So always in the duodenum, just after the stomach, these are pancreatic glands, or just we will write this as pancreas. These are two bile ducts. So these are the parts of the digestive system of pigeon. Okay. So let's start with mouth. So in pigeon there are two jaws, upper jaw and lower jaw, but there are no teeth. But it has a beak. Naturally there is no grinding or crushing of that. It is just helping it to gather the food. Different birds will have different types of beaks, and that accounts for the variation of the type of food that they are eating. That accounts for where they are living. So naturally the beak of a pigeon is different, the beak of a sparrow is different, the beak of a tailor bird is different. Different birds have different beaks. It will have a tongue. The tongue is like this. So it is bifid over here, and anteriorly it looks like a triangular structure. It's little muscular but not much. So not very muscular. Triangular, and it has some taste buds. In this part there are also some salivary glands. So you can say B, salivary glands. C, esophagus. It will just push the food down, no digestion takes place over here. And D, the last part of the esophagus, so it's not a new part, but the last part of the esophagus is dilated into crop. It stores the grains. There is a lot of mucus is there in this part. Now just after birth, pigeons give to their young fledglings a kind of pigeon milk, which is when the lining of the crop along with the mucus is regurgitated into a kind of a milky substance, into a fluid which is used for as food for those young birds, or very young. As they are born, after some time they are not able to feed, there is no food, therefore they get a rich proteinaceous material. The lining of the crop itself is regurgitated, and that is called pigeon milk. Basically, from the point of view of digestion, the food is stored as grains inside the crop, and from here it passes into stomach. Stomach is divided into two parts. One is called proventriculus, which is highly muscular, plus it has got gastric glands. So a lot of the digestion will take place over here, and therefore food and enzymes from here sometimes pass into the crop as well. So it can move back and forth little bit. From the proventriculus it can go into the crop. And the next important part of the stomach, the proventriculus, is gizzard. So you see, the food is from the crop, it goes to this muscular structure called stomach. It also got gastric glands. So food is getting digested over here. Now the food goes into the gizzard. So this ventriculus is also called gizzard. So this gizzard is muscular, and the gizzard interestingly contains small stones that bird eats. It intentionally eats these small stones or sand, which helps to grind the food. Food often goes from gizzard to proventriculus to gizzard to proventriculus. It means that so little bit of the grinding takes place, goes back over here. Chemical digestion or enzymatic digestion comes back into gizzard, physical digestion. So it goes up and down for it to get completely digested and made up into a paste. And from here, it will go into the duodenum. That is part of intestine, first part of intestine. Then it goes into the ileum. Here it will receive, as I told you, bile, and because of the action of the duodenum and ileum, all the food is digested. That is proteins, carbs, and whatever little fats it consumes, it digests this also, and the food is now thoroughly digested. In pigeon, the intestine is not very long. The intestine is not very long as compared to, say, a human being. In birds, very efficient in digesting food. They have to be, because otherwise bird has requirement of lot of energy, because it is flying, and therefore it requires to digest food very fast. So in a bird, maximum efficiency of digesting food is there, and relatively speaking, its intestine is not very long. And once this food is all digested, it goes to the rectum. See, this part is the rectum. There are some ciliates over here, as usual in many organisms. It helps to symbiotically they are living. And here are rectal cecae. So in this rectal cecae, absorbs water. Remember that in a bird must try to conserve whatever water it wants to as much as possible. So this helps to conserve the water. It goes into the rectum, and from rectum it goes into cloacal chamber, What we mean by cloacal chamber is that it is common chamber where it receives tubes from reproductive system also, and from excretory system also, and from digestive system also. So all the three, like wastes or whatever products from reproductive system or there, they will all go through this cloacal chamber and will ultimately come out through an opening which we call as cloacal opening. So this is how in pigeon the digestive system is present, and this is how it works. So with this I'd like to end this lecture. This is Professor Ramindranath signing off. Thank you.